tight, low bang, bang. Big bang, tight, low bang.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I miss Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tail tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bang, tight, low bang, bang. Big bang, tight, low bang, bang. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bang, tight, low bang, bang. Big bang, tight, low bang, bang.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle of my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never I left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. There's no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, nice move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Try
carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Gun. They'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Detroit!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch 38. Watch 38.
Looking to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the rookie first rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
So out now come the Redskins. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No. Check. Patriot.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tight end right. Watch him now, Barney.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Going deep here for Bryant. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Here we go. Check it, motion. Check the call.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first down carry here for Johnson. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Hey, back 99 Philly. Here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. And we just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Gallman will run it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit!
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4 down. Check.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that
Watch
momentum
now, Barney,
going.
Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Leopard.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Detroit.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Philly, here we go.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Slam.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the edge.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bryant missed it. No good. Wide to the left there for Bryant. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Spinning away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gun!
They'll go to Barkley again. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Gallman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Watch tight end. Key the tight end. 4 down. Check. Check motion.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete here on third down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this time. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots. And my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They keep it with Berkeley on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Lucky 56.
Now Jones. Going to the right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
They give it to him running left. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
We got 4. We got 4.
Hot!
50, Mike 50.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Good!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
Johnson on the counter. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This will be caught at about the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They run it here with Thompson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Watch left. Stop right there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, a 360. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch 88. We got trips over here.
Detroit!
Shift.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Boom! Yeah, baby.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Out. 3 down.
Detroit!
Again, it's Barkley. And an hour to run. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Leopard!
Back to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Detroit!
He's back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for two and end this thing now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 58 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Hey, right 52.
On first down, they go option to the right. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
43's a mic. 43's a mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Check safety. Check safety.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here in OT. They're going for it on 4th.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they're on it here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
I know you felt that one. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Green 39! Green 39!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Oh, yeah!
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So an important try here from Matt Bryant. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you.